The ass end of an RS5 is a beautiful thing, but you have to admit, taking one look at that diffuser, it leaves a little bit to be desired, and quite frankly, if you were to look at the latest Toyota Camry, it has a more aggressive diffuser than the RS5 does. There is an easy fix, and it comes in the form of a carbon fiber rear diffuser. Anyone can install these at home if you have the necessary tools. I chose the Ask Carbon carbon fiber rear diffuser. Personally, I think this is the best looking rear diffuser option that RS5 owners have. If you'd like to purchase one yourself, you can purchase them from Ask Carbon on Instagram. That's all one word, and I've also listed contact details in the video description below, so check them out. They not only sell rear diffusers, but they sell really awesome steering wheels as well that you can basically customize to your heart's content. Whether it be Alcantara, carbon fiber, a tachometer on the top of the steering wheel, pretty much anything that you have your heart set on, they can do. They can also alter the rim's width and overall aggressiveness. I'm not usually big on aesthetic mods, but these wheels look really good, so I'll be purchasing one in the not too distant future. It's one of those modifications that's visible every time that you get in the car. The diffuser installation is fairly straightforward. All it took were the removal of 5 screws and a little bit of time with a Dremel and a grinding stone. I took things a little bit further just to make the installation that much easier. A bit of detail work on the front end will make installation easier on the back end. Tools. The first tool you'll need is a T25 bit along with a screwdriver to hold it. You'll use that to remove the 5 factory screws holding the stock rear diffuser in place. With all 5 screws removed, yank straight back on the bumper. Note that the entire diffuser is held on by a series of tabs. It may be necessary to use a screwdriver to push in some of those tabs. The second tool needed is a Dremel. You'll also want 2 different shaped grinding stones to remove excess epoxy resin on the back side of the diffuser. As expected, the outside of the diffuser looked exceptional. The weave was pretty much perfect everywhere, and the clear coat had a great gloss to it with no visible flaws. Like every other body kit on the market, the underside always needs a bit of cleaning up, and this one's no exception. It took me less than an hour to grind down the extra epoxy resin on the back side of the diffuser. It was a really simple task. You'll want to pay close attention to the little U channel that runs the full length of the rear diffuser. If there's extra resin in this channel, it'll keep the diffuser from pushing fully onto the back of the bumper. So take the time to remove the extra resin and save yourself a bit of frustration. It's best to use a grinding stone, as the grinding stone itself does not get clogged up with material. You'll notice the 2 grinding stones had different shaped heads, and one featured a longer shaft, which allowed me to get further down into the U channel of the rear diffuser. You'll need to be extra careful and watch what you're doing. You can grind off too much material and poke through to the other side of the diffuser. Remove enough material so the rear diffuser slides onto the bumper easily. Take your time and do several trial fitments before removing more material. At some point you'll have enough material removed that the rear diffuser will slide onto the bumper easily, allowing the tabs to fully engage. Once the diffuser is installed and all the tabs are engaged, you'll notice that you will also need to drill out the tabs on the bottom of the diffuser so you can secure it with the 5 Torx screws. The Audi's original rear diffuser had its lower portion painted body color. I like this feature as it basically allows you to spot an RS5 from a mile away. Because it's so visually similar to the A5 and the S5, everything that can set the RS5 off is, in my opinion, needed. Instead of leaving the new carbon fiber diffuser all black, I decided to add a couple of pinstripes to it just to help set it off a bit more. Because my car is Misano red, finding any pinstripe tape that would match the body color is pretty much impossible. Nothing that I found really had that same pop as the original paint. I chose pinstripe tape from 3M. It wasn't the cheapest option, but I also knew it wouldn't give me any problems down the road. I selected 1/4-inch trim tape. 2020 hindsight, I might have gone a little bit wider, maybe 3/8 to a 1/2 inch. And in the end, I decided to double up on the main horizontal stripe running from side to side on the car, as the thinner stripe just didn't look appropriate. For the 2 vertical wings on the bottom of the diffuser, I settled on using just 1 strip of 1/4-inch 3M tape. The tape is super easy to remove, so if you screw something up, just take it off and start over again. The final product is more aggressive without being over the top. The installation is super easy, and it's fully reversible if you want to put the stock diffuser back on in the future. As always, thanks for watching and subscribing. I always appreciate positive feedback, and feel free to comment below as well as ask questions. Be sure to visit AudiRevolution.net. We have a great community of RS5 enthusiasts and experts, and there's tons of technical information about the RS5, the S5, as well as the A5.